Hello, everyone, and welcome to My B2B Coach 5 Tips. Today, I'm privileged to have Matt Schultz, one of the members of My B2B Coach, and he's going to share some great tips about coaching. Go ahead, Matt, share your tips.
All right. Thanks, John. Thanks for having me. And today I'm going to talk about 5 tips for coaching a sales team as if you're a business owner or a sales leader. So my first tip is, making sure that your representative speaks slowly. Our AI software is able to detect this, and the goal should be 110 to 150 words per minute. My second goal, if you're coaching these sales team members, is make sure for every interaction they have that they've got a goal, whether that's a phone call that they're making, an email that they're sending, or an actual meeting. Ask what the goal is before you go into that. And at the end of that interaction, ask, what did you learn? The third tip I would have is make sure your team members are asking quality questions. And by quality questions, I mean questions that can really help identify issues or problems that your prospect is having that you as an organization or a salesperson can solve for them. If there's no problem you can solve, there's no sense in doing business. And my fourth tip would be make sure your salespeople are prepared for the objections. You know what roadblocks there could be to a sale. Make sure that that sales team member has been prepared for how to handle those and some stories that they can share on ways that you've solved those issues in the past for previous clients. And my fifth tip would be just make sure you're practicing. Our AI software allows for deliberate practice where you can get really comfortable and conversational in what you're saying to a prospect. So if you don't have the AI software, make sure you're taking advantage of it through role play. And that's my 5 tips, John.
Those are great tips. I'll tell you personally, for the AI software for me, when it first recorded it and I started to practice for my B2B coach, when it's rating me at 247 words per minute, it was challenging to slow down, but it does make just quite a difference in your ability to listen, your ability not to be worried about what people are saying next, and you could tell it allows the clients to think and to have some time to ask even smarter questions, which has proven to be very helpful for me. I do have a couple of questions for you. So why do people choose not to really coach? They kind of often we hear from people, I think people should be able to just do it. Why are they choosing not to coach in your opinion?
Well, that's an interesting question, John. I think there's a couple reasons. Number one is the time commitment. Especially if you're a business owner, it takes a large time commitment to develop your sales team. So I think that's number one. The second reason would be that a lot of times they really don't know how. As a sales coach, you really have to walk a fine line between being nurturing and also being able to hold them accountable. And sometimes as a business owner or someone that's really close to situation, that's a really fine line and a tough position to be put in.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. And then what's the advantage you found? Is there some advantages of having a third-party coach versus internal coach?
Yeah, I get asked that question a lot. And I think there's, 3 points to this question. Number one, a lot of times it's a different delivery. The salesperson may be hearing something from their manager, but when they hear it in a different way and it comes from a different source, it can lead to a different outcome. So a lot of times that different delivery or different way of packaging that information can lead to a better benefit. The second one is having a perspective from an outside source to validate what someone else has also been telling them, but it's that validation for someone that really has no other objection other than to help them improve. And I think the last one would be working with an outside coach is really a safe environment. So a lot of times it would be hard for a salesperson to admit their flaws and what they want to work on with someone that's also going to be responsible for giving them pay raises or giving them merit increases. They really don't a lot of times want to admit the things that they need to work on. So with an outside source, we find that they're very honest about things that they're struggling with, and that can lead to really faster development for them.
That's some great information, Matt. I appreciate you sharing your 5 tips for coaching today. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thanks for having me, John.
Thank you.